Jay, who's your mic?
Yeah. So my mic is 3 quarterbacks. You've got Jordan Love, you've got Dak Prescott, and you've got Tua. All 3 of them are sitting out there waiting for a new contract. Jordan Love is the only one that is, quote, holding in, right? And I'm all right with this. I think this is brilliant move by Jordan Love. He has told the Green Bay Packers, as of when we're recording this, he is not practicing and he's not playing in the preseason games. But he's like, I'm going to be here and I'm going to help everyone. I'm going to be in the room, in the building. Like, I'm here, but I'm waiting until I get my contract and I get paid. And it's fascinating because I think we're in a game of chicken between Jordan Love, Dak, and Tua of who's going to sign first, right? Who's going to sign first? Because as you saw with Darrisaw's deal, everyone's deal that signs will become bigger than the last one, right? It's the same. It's not by much, right? I remember when Trent Williams, when he re-signed his deal after David Bakhtiari got signed, it was like $10,000 more a year. Yeah. Right. Like, but that's just the nature of the way the salary cap and everything works. And so I think that if you're looking at those 3 quarterbacks, the agents are all trying to wait and push because they don't want to be the agent that signed the lesser deal. Right. They don't want to be the one like they're the headline for the day of like, oh my gosh, look, they got Dak Prescott 52.6 million. Right. And then 17 hours later, Jordan Love's making 53. Right. Like, so it's this waiting game of those 3 guys trying to figure out who's going to get paid and who's going to get paid the most. And I'm very curious how long it takes to figure out what domino falls first.
So we kind of did this on the episode that nobody's going to wind up consuming. So let's do it again, but I'll throw it out this way. Between Dak, Jordan, and Hawk Tua, rank those 3 in order of your willingness to pay them top of the market, which right now is 50. Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence are at $55 million a year average annual value.
So you have to pay this person 56.
Yep. So you have to pay this person
55.5.
55.5.
55.5. Right,
I'll go 55.5, Bob.
55.5, 56. I'm gonna say Tua's first for me. I'm gonna go Tua. I think Tua, out of all those guys, I would pay Tua, then Jordan Love, then Dak Prescott. And the only reason I say that, listen to me, Alex. Shut up over there. Tua is the most proven out of all of them, in my opinion. Jordan Love's only played 18 games, right? I mean, 18 or 19 games. I don't know what it is.
It's like 9 really good games.
But that's what I mean. Like, you still are very unsure. But this, it's more of a high risk, high reward situation. You're like, man, he's young. He doesn't have a lot of wear tear on the body. But like, when I look at what Tua and the capabilities that he has within that system, right? Like, and again, you're paying Tua to play in your system, right? We're not saying that Tua would be the greatest quarterback if you went and put him on KOC's offense. But when you're paying your quarterback to stay within your system that you can tell he can operate, like, I think Tua's great for that system down there. So I'm paying Tua in Miami, then I'm paying Jordan Love, and then I'm paying Dak Prescott. But I don't think Dak Prescott ends up staying in Dallas. That's my personal opinion. But that's how I would rank him.
I have so many takes off that, but Boone,
I do too. My God, I mean, if I have to pay somebody $56 million, I guess I'm gonna have to give it to Jordan Love. I mean, Tua's had too many opportunities, dude, and he rides on too many people. And all of a sudden, if we go, hey, if all of a sudden Waddle isn't there this week, it's not there. If all of a sudden
he ain't going to be there if Tua's making $56 million.
Well, that's another thing. It's like, dude, I would pay him Jordan, Tua, Dak. I'm not paying Dak. I'm sorry. We've had way too many opportunities. I've given you way too much of the bag, and I still don't have shit to fucking hold for it. It's kind of the same thing with Tua. Dude, we've been running this back for a while now. Like, what, 2 years with Mike McDaniels, and before that we were doing shit, and it's not, I don't know. You have the fastest offense, and if we take away a couple players, are you as good as you are? I look at Jordan Love, and yeah, people are going to poke and be like, he's had a shitty first half. It was the first half of his whole fucking career. I can overlook that. I can eventually turn around and go, I'm going to overlook that. Why? Because we're in a shitty situation.
Are you willing to bet $200 million for it?
Yes, because we walked into this. We kept Aaron Rodgers around. And I said this yesterday. Yeah, you're doing the whole fucking Falcons thing. And guess what? They're going to figure that shit out too real quick. People are like, no one cares. Yes, someone's going to fucking care in 4 years. Just wait. But the Packers are looking at it like this. Hey, we lived with Aaron for a while, and this kid's learned. He had a shitty start. But guess what? In 1 year, he took us to the fucking playoffs, and he took us deep into the playoffs, which is good enough for me at this point because those other two guys have been around for a couple years. And guess what? I ain't got shit to show for it. So if I'm looking at this going, who am I paying? I'm paying the motherfucker that took me to the playoffs in year 1. Oh, and by the way, has sat behind a Hall of Famer for a long time. Like the dude has been super chill this whole time. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, by the way, the 1 year I did play, I took you deep into the playoffs. Now it's time to fucking pay me. That's what this league is. And as a player in the beginning, you kind of look at it and you're like, man, that's crazy, right? But that's fucking business. And that's how it goes. So yes, if I'm the Packers, I'm like, dude, what do you want? You want 56? Just fucking pay him. Hey,
So
find me somebody better. Find me somebody better out there. That's the point. There is nobody. So you have to fucking pay them because there's nobody better right now. As I look around this world, 7 billion people. I'm like, fuck, I guess it's just this one guy.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay,
Dude,
I'll
like,
fucking pay him.
It's funny when you lay it out that way. So in this country, right, there's 350 million people or whatever. And we sit here and we're like, Dak Prescott sucks. He's literally one of the 15 best in the world at what he does.
Yeah.
But we're evaluating this on a different scale. So I would put Tua last on my list for 3 reasons. Number one, concussions. I don't trust him. If I give him $250-300 million over a period of time, $56 million a year, dude, like week 2, he could take a hit that
anybody could though, Mac.
But he's already had his bell rung.
You can't throw that against a guy because that's an unfair fight.
He's small.
I know what you're saying.
Front offices will.
I know.
He's not, dude. He's not Ben Roethlisberger back there just bouncing linebackers off of him. Like he stands in there for a second too long, and his season could be derailed. Number 2, you pay him $56 million a year, and you're probably not going to be keeping 2 of the fastest, most electric wide receivers and other weapons. So much like with Patrick Mahomes, what happens when you have to say goodbye to Tyreek Hill? Is that quarterback good enough to king make another wide receiver and to carry you, right? But the other thing is, and this is the third factor that I think it goes underlooked, the Dolphins play in this cold weather Northeastern division where you're playing games, you're playing the Buffaloes and the Jets and the Patriots long term, and you're playing games in November and December. And when Tua plays in cold weather games below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, he has a passer rating of 58.8 versus when it's 80 degrees and sunny in Miami, passer rating of over 100, right? So
110. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Like, again, can he carry you in December, January without all those weapons? So I'm probably going Jordan Love number 1, trusting a 9-game sample size and just like his athletic talent. And you're trusting Matt LaFleur to develop him even further. Dak Prescott versus Jordan Love is sort of what we've seen for 6 years versus what we've seen for 9 games. You're more likely to pay the unknown commodity that you think has upside. Yeah, the potential of Jordan Love than Dak. So I'm going Jordan Love number 1, Dak Prescott 2, and 2 or 3 for all those reasons.
I can't believe we all just differed. This is awesome.
We'll crazy.
See. We all just put somebody else up. Oh God.
I don't know. Dude, it's just hard for me to be like, if I'm the Packers organization, you're betting $200 million. Like, it's not a small amount of money.
But
because at least 150 of it's going to be guaranteed.
Hey, by the way.
At least.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, dude, you have to. Because if next year he's like, I'm fucking out of here, and you don't have an answer, and you're the team that's had a quarterback since 1960, there's only been 3 of them, everybody's going to be in a whole disarray. You'd rather people be like, we overpaid for this guy than we don't even have a fucking guy. Because I don't know what that fucking city would do if they didn't have a quarterback. They'd probably fucking shit themselves. But if overpaying one, they'd be like, well, we've been doing this for a while. It's just all right up the fucking road. Everybody overpays for a quarterback. That's why I've kind of become desensitized to it. You're like, 56? Do I want to? No, I don't. I don't want to pay 10 guys $56 million. But sure, if I have to, I'd pay this guy. Why? Because he's going to do something special. These other 2 are lame ducks.
I think you're right. Like, if you're the Packers, you have to just sort of trust. It's a totally different organization. It's not like a destination place for free agents. Like, go lock your guy in and build your team.
Whoa. Have you seen Lambeau Field? That place is fucking sweet.
There's a diner next door, by the way.
That's the only thing sweet about it.
Hey, I guarantee you those pregame parties and those overalls, because I've seen some of them rolling up, are fucking lit. Like you got Carhartts out the ass and beers are getting thrown at the buses. They're frozen. You're like, this is going to be one hell of a day, boys.
There's a certain stale smell when you
Mhm.
walk in and out of a Packers game, man. Just
Guaranteed,
Just
man.
cheese
moldy
curds and
cheese.
spotted cow.
yeah. Spotted cow, overrated, by the way.
That's a
Fight me.
terrible take. That's
Did
a
you
terrible.
just
Oh, we're
fucking
gonna
say?
we're gonna drive across
Stop
the
it.
border to get beer.
Yes.
No.
It's a terrible take, Mackie. Spotted cow's
Fuck you,
delicious.
Mackie.
Or we're gonna drive an hour to go get
I don't
some
even drink
spotted
beer,
cow.
and I'm about telling you to go fuck yourself.
Okay.